And also there is this, especially in the Western, there's a craze for like non-vegetarian foods. There's this famous chef called as Gordon Ramsay. He's like a celebrated chef and chef, and he runs the show Master Chef in US, and he goes as guest in Australian Master Chef and whatnot. So he's kind of very celebrated fellow. And whenever he is there, he gives a challenge and he asks like, "What is your combination?" To the participants. Then he casually asks like, "What is your protein?" So the protein he means is like, what is your meat? Which type of meat you are using, chicken or the mutton or whatever. So the language of the chefs, especially the Western, it has become that protein means it can only be the meat. So they do not consider anything with the plant-based proteins at all. And there is this Dr. Greger. He has written a beautiful book called as How Not to Die. In that, he explains how this McDonald's culture, the burger culture, and the chips and the fries and whatnot. So that has become a part of the culture of the Western world. How it is really gradually killing the Western people without even they knowing themselves. I'm not proponent of a strict vegetarian diet, but there should be, like you said, Ati Sarvatra Varjayet. There should be limit on how much meat you take.
Definitely. See, very clearly, Ayurveda says, Kukuto Balyanam. A chicken is Balakaraka. Very clearly, Ayurveda has said. But in the same time, Ayurveda also said that you should not eat beef. It is Rogakaraka. But particularly when there is a lot of tissue damage and loss is there, like Rajayakshma, Ajamamsa has been explained in Ayurveda. That is mutton, goat, which is being used as treatment modalities. So very clearly, Acharyas were knowing that what should be the importance should be given to each and every type of dravyas available on us, around us. So definitely, it doesn't mean that we should be totally 100% vegan or vegetarian, or we should not be. We should have definitely should have a non-vegetarian diet. I have seen even many a times people saying that they come with, sir, my albumin is low or something like that, and the doctor suggested me to take the eggs. So I started egg. He was totally vegetarian. Suddenly, because of the advice of the doctor, he has started with egg. This is not the right kind of doing things. You have your own body technique, and you have your own body, what you call lineage or formula, which requires a typical type of food pattern which you are accustomed and you are been acquainted with, and you need to continue that. So we should not just simply saying that kiwi fruits are very good, everybody start eating kiwi. No, it's not the right kind of doing things. There are certain issues that only certain foodstuffs on this earth which are being given such type of lineage and coverage by the God in its creation, that it is good to everybody. But certain things are there which is in limitation, it is good. If you reach or breach the limit, then there is a problem. So we need to understand all these criterias, importance of Agni, importance of season. We need to understand all these things. Then accordingly, then you put a protein or whatever it is. But still today, horse is the one which we use it everywhere to indicate the performance power, horsepower. Horse is totally vegetarian. Elephant has a lot of energy. Elephant is totally vegetarian. So it doesn't mean that only the things will non-vegetarian diet will give you the strength. That is not the right way of understanding. But many times it's even I have come across so many people saying that if we stop taking non-vegetarian, then we'll become lean and thin and we feel somewhat tiredness, something like that. They have their own notions. So all these things are just simply you need to just keep it aside. Only thing is that you watch your Agni first, eat accordingly to your Agni, eat up to the level of requirement. That is what Hitabuk, Mitabuk, Kshutabuk. So very clearly said, you should consume one which is conducive to your body, Hitabuk. Mitabuk, it should be consumed in particular restriction or limit. Then Kshuta book, whenever you are hungry, then only you need to consume. If you maintain all these things, definitely we can maintain the health. That's what our acharyas have very clearly demonstrated and given evidences also on that.